Good morning. Today we are working on packet number 8. Packet number 8 is a trimester 2 grade. It is due next week, Tuesday. If you are one of my friends that is going to be gone next week, it is your responsibility to turn it in before you go. So if you're going to be gone Monday through Friday next week, turn it in this Friday. Okay, it is a try-to grade. If you turn it in before this weekend and you're going to be here next week, I will have it corrected for you to redo anything that you need to redo for next week. Claire.
Are we gonna get a math pack like every spring break?
You'll get a new math packet next week. Yes. So we do every 3 weeks. We have math packets. So you may or may not work on it over spring break, but it's part of the 3 weeks. I believe it is counted in there. All right, so let's look at packet number 8. Our first page. Ryan agrees to care for his neighbor Sloth. How fun. Well, they go on a 2-week vacation. His neighbors give him 2 options for payment. With plan A, so plan A, it's going to take a minute for it to show up. So with plan A, he gets $2 on day 1, $4 on day 2, $6 on day 3, $8 on day 4, and so on. So we need to figure out how much money he's going to get in those 14 days. There we go. So for plan A, we've got day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So day 1, he gets $2, then he gets $4, then he gets 6, he gets 8. You're going to continue on your pattern for all 14 days. You're going to add them all up to get a total. Then for plan B, you have to do the same thing, but you have to follow the plan B pattern. Now, so far, people that have been turning it in have been having a hard time with this plan B pattern. If on day 1, he gets 2 cents, what am I going to write on here? Am I going to write a 2? 0.02 is 2 cents. 2 cents is 2/100ths of a dollar. Then for day 2, he gets 0.04 cents. Then 0.06 cents. No, I did that wrong. Sorry. Day 2, he gets 4 cents. Day 8, he gets 8 cents. Then we double that. We notice that we're doubling. Up on plan A, we were just adding 2 every time, $2 to every day. But on plan B, we're doubling what we're getting. So from 2 cents to 4 cents to 8 cents. So on day 4, he gets 16 cents. Then on day 5, he gets 32 cents. We're going to go up where our whole numbers are going to be our dollars. Just like with plan A, we need to add all of that money up to see what we get. You're going to look at the total for A, the total for B. You're going to say which one gets the most. Then, so you're going to say which should he choose. Obviously, he wants to choose the one that he gets the most money from. The second part is how much more money will he make with that plan. So subtract them. Okay, tell me how much more he's going to make. You need to say why this answer makes sense. You have to show your work. I do not want you just using your calculator and adding numbers up and then giving me a total. No, I'm recording. Ask a friend if they have a pencil for you to use. So you need to show your work. What numbers are you adding up? I want to see plan A and plan B. Claire.
Wait, are we adding all the numbers up, or are we just seeing what the total on day 14 is?
No, you're adding it all up because he's making $2 on the first day. He's making $4 on the second day. He makes $6 on that third day. So you want to add them all up. Okay? All right, let's look at our next page. Page 2. Ooh, page 2 is a fun page. We have numbers 1 through 6, and we need to put them in the circles. Each side is going to equal the same number. And then we're going to rearrange it for the next triangle. Each side is going to equal a new number. So let's do an example together. Of my friends who have already done this and gotten a star on this page, who wants to give us an example? Madden, you just tell me.
5, 4, 2. Oh, wait, no.
It could be on either side.
Well, no, 4, 2 are in the second one.
Oh, gotcha. So you went this way.
And then 1, 6.
So if we look at this, 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. 5 plus 2 plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 6 plus 3 is 10. He used each number one time, and each side equals the same number. There are no other triangles that will equal 10. Each of these triangles is going to be a different total. So one of them is 10. I can guarantee you right now, none of them are going to equal 6, right? Because we have to put 6 somewhere. If I put 6 here, and I had to add 2 more circles to it, it's going to be greater than 6. So there's no small numbers. Do you think I'm going to have something equal 24? No, because I don't have big enough numbers for that. So you have to think through if 10 works. It's going to be other numbers that are close to that. All right, so you got to play around and find different totals for each side. Does that make sense? Our next page is our 5-card challenge. We do have a 5 in our 5 cards, and it has to equal 5. You can only use that 5 one time. The one that it equals, we don't get to use. So only use the 5 one time if you're going to use a 5. So you've got 6, 9, 5, 4, and 3 to use. Make sure you find at least 15 of them. Our next page is it the pattern page? Yep. Next page is our pattern page. You need to complete that whole table. Let's complete what we've got for our first 4. How many yellows are in our first figure? How many blues? How many total? How many yellows in our second figure?
9 for 5.
How many yellows in the second figure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many blues?
4.
How many total? 5 plus 4. 9. Let's look at our third figure. How many yellows? Grayson? 9 yellows. How many blues? Grayson?
16.
So how many total? Look at number 4. How many yellows, Olivia?
13.
How many blues?
36.
How many total?
49.
Find your patterns. I'm going to let you find your own pattern. What rule are we following to go from here to here? Oh, sorry, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Find that pattern and follow it. Find what rule it is. Look at our blues. I see some of my favorite numbers. What are my favorite numbers? Squares, perfect squares. We find perfect squares all the time. in these patterns. If I look at 0, that's 0 squared. Let's look at 4. What is that a square of? 2 squared. What about 16? What about 36? Do you see a pattern? Look at our total blocks. Do you see a pattern? All those perfect squares. Love it. Find your pattern. Continue the pattern on. Then double check, adding your yellow and your blue, does it equal the total? Did you do the pattern correctly? Okay. Find those perfect squares. Favorite numbers. Next page. We need to find our full figure area. The full figure is the whole outside shape. This is an abnormal shape. I can't just look at it and say, oh, this times this gives me my full area. What do I have to do? Lucas? Break it up. So I have 2 rectangles. Okay? If I find 2 rectangles, I could break it into these 2 rectangles. I could break this into 2 rectangles. That actually might be easier. I break it up this way. So if I know that this is 13 and this is 15, I can find the area of this rectangle. I know that this side is 20. I need to find out what this side is. This is 13. What would this side be, Will? 30 minus 13. So I have the full length minus this part will give me this. So I can find that area, and then I add them together for my full area. Find your 2 small rectangle areas, add them together, and you get that whole rectangle or whole goofy shape. That's the area of the figure. So you need to show your math that you're doing. Then the area of the shaded region. What do I have to find in order to do that? Yeah, I need to find the white area. Right? If I find the white area, we know this is 10 and this is 20. And then I subtract the full minus the white, and I'm left with my shaded. So up here, area of the figure, that's our full figure. So if I do the full figure, I subtract out the white area, I'm left with my shaded area. Okay. Let's look at our next page. Our next page, we have a cube that has a volume of 729. Who remembers what the formula is for the volume of a cube? Adeza? Yeah, length times width times height. I don't know why that's not working. There, we'll do that. It's a cube. All those numbers have to be the same. A cube is made up of squares. So I could also call this side cubed, right? Because all of those are the same. So I need to figure out what one of my sides are. What number can I multiply by itself, and I get 729 for my answer. We're not saying what it is. You have to find it. Then think about that net of our cube. If I find the 2 sides, right, I'll know that side, I can find what the area is of one square. All the squares are the same. There are 6 of them. So you need to show your work though. I have a lot of us that are forgetting that we need to show work. You need to show me how you found the side length. You need to show me how you found 1 square. Show your work, just like what I'm doing on the board, I need to see on your paper. I don't want to just see answers when it says show your work. So figure it out. Surface area is all the sides added together, or since it's a cube, we can take one side and multiply it by what? Say it louder. 6. Because there are 6 squares that are all the same size. So I can either add all of the sides together, or I can take one side and multiply it by 6, and I'll get the surface area. You need to, whatever numbers you're putting into your calculator, you need to write out that calculation on the paper so I know what math you did and show your work. I do not want to just see numbers. Or sorry, answers. Obviously, I need to see numbers. I don't want to see just answers. Next page. This one, we need some formulas to write down. So, to find, let's see if I can move this up a little bit. Pre-algebra has to do 3 of these shapes. We are finding the volume for each shape. What did we say the volume for a rectangular prism is? Who remembers? Claire? Length times width times height. Mr. Schultz gave us 2 of them. So if we have a length of 3 and a width of 4, what does the height have to be to equal 144? You're going to do the math yourself. Then we have a cube. We just talked about it on our last page. We could say length times width times height, or we could say side cubed. Oh my goodness, look at that. Volume is 729. Did we just see that on the page before? A cube with a volume of 729? If you did that page correctly, you'll be able to fill in the side lengths on this one. Really easy. The volume for a triangular prism. A triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So if it's a prism, it's going to be half of the base times the height times the length. For the pyramid, we have that length times the height times the width, but because it's a pyramid, we're dividing it by 3. For our cylinder, our circle is pi r squared, and then it's a prism, so we have to have the height. For the cone, we've got that circle on the bottom, so it's pi r squared, but that height, we're going to divide it by 3. And for our sphere, it is 4/3 pi r cubed. You do not have to do every single one of these. You have to do 3 to get full credit. You have to do 3 of them. If you want to challenge yourself, do more. Do all of them. Do the ones with pi. They're a little bit trickier. Okay. We will have more of these volume pages in packets coming up. We will see similar pages like this from now on. So get used to these formulas. Know the formulas. Okay. Next page. Next page is one of Olivia's favorites. Am I right, Olivia?
Yes.
Logic pages are always fun. I love logic.
I like the very last page.
So, the taco sticker is on a notebook with a primary color. What are my primary colors? Grace? Red, blue, and yellow are primary colors. I've got red and blue, so I know the taco sticker is going to be on one of those. So can the taco sticker be on a purple?
No.
Can the taco sticker be on a green? No, it has to be one of those. The one that is tricking up a lot of people that have been turning in their packets to me already is this one. The rainbow stickers notebook was found between the star sticker and the purple notebooks. So can the star sticker be on the purple notebook? No, because there's something in between those two notebooks. So that star sticker cannot be on the purple because there's a notebook in between the star and the purple. It can't be on the purple. Okay? You're going to fill in all of these to find what colored notebook has what sticker on it.
Wait, so each one has a symbol?
Yeah, each notebook has a sticker on it. And it's a different sticker on every colored notebook. So one notebook is going to have a rainbow, one's going to have a star, one's going to have a helmet, and one's going to have a taco. 4 notebooks, 4 different colors. I need to know which sticker is on which colored notebook. Then we have our graphing page. Remember, a complete graph is going to have our words written out down here. It's going to have the numbers going up here. It's going to have a label. It's going to have a label. And don't forget there is a question. What is the total number of injuries that occurred? So do your bar graph. You want to number it going up. What do those numbers mean? You want to write out your injuries. You want to label it. Draw your bars and make sure you put the total number. So you need to have all parts put in. Neat, accurate, and with correct labeling. Do not forget to answer the question. You will not get full credit if you don't answer the question. And our last page is the kind that we always have with our polyominoes. Okay? If you are watching this and you still have questions on a page, come see me. So if you still question something, come see me. Remember, it is due on the 8th. If you are gone on the 8th, turn it in early because this is a try to grade. Hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.